Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Salam Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan. My name is Luciana Fitriani. I'm from Bina Sarana Informatika University. I'm majoring in accounting from class 6-3 when I 04. I will explain my opinion on smoking in the campus area. For some people, smoking is a common habit among society, including university students. It is important to understand why universities prohibit smoking in their areas. As we know, most campus prohibit students from smoking in their areas. I totally agree with the smoking ban on campus. Here are some of the main reasons behind university policies that prohibit students from smoking in campus areas. The first is public health. As we know, cigarettes contain many harmful substances, one of which is nicotine and carbon monoxide, which pose high risk to the health of the surrounding community. And exposure to cigarette smoke can cause respiratory disease, cancer, and other health problems, even for those who do not smoke. With the smoking ban in the campus environment because to protect the health of all parties, especially students, lecturers, and staff. The second is environment and cleanliness. As we see around our environment, there are many cigarette butts that are often thrown carelessly. This can pollute the campus environment and damage the beauty of the campus area. Cigarette butts that are thrown away carelessly can also pollute the soil and water. The smell of cigarette can also disturb the comfort of the surrounding environment. And the last is discipline and ethics. As we know that the campus is a place to educate knowledge and support the development of student character, where the smoking ban can create a more orderly and disciplined environment. It also reflects ethical and moral value not to disrupt or endanger the health of others. That's all I have to say about smoking in campus areas. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Salam Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, dan salam kebajikan. I will explain the simple present presentation material. Introducing, my name is Luciana Fitriani, majoring in accounting from class 631A04 with NIM 63241213. First, I will explain the definition and some important points about the simple present. Simple present is one of the English tenses used to express fact, habit, or circumstances that take place in general. Here are some important points about the simple present. The first is use of the simple present. The first is the general fact used to state a truth that always holds true. Example: water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This states a fact because boiling is water is 100 degrees Celsius. The second is habit. Indicates an action that is done regularly or habitually. Example: he goes to the gym every morning. This expresses his habit every morning. Another example is he goes to school every day. And finally, there is state. Expresses a state or situation that does not change. Example: he lives in Jakarta. Why is that? Because the sentence states an unchanging situation, as he states where he lives now. The last is sentence structure. The first one is a positive sentence. The formula is subject plus verb basic form plus object. The example is I play football. Why I play football? Because I is subject doing the action, play is a verb towards, and football is object. The second is negative sentence. The formula is subject plus do or does not plus verb basic form plus object. The example: she does not like coffee. Why she does not like coffee? Because she is a subject, does is used for singular subject like he, she, or it. In negative sentence, we add not after do or does. Like is a verb in its base form without any additions. And coffee is an object. And the last is interrogative sentence. The formula is do or does plus subject plus verb basic form plus object. The example, do you understand the lesson? Why do you understand the lesson? Because do is the auxiliary word used. You, the subject, understand is the verb in the basic form, and the listen is object. Next is the type of simple present. There are two types of simple present. The first is nominal sentence and the second is verbal sentence. The first is the nominal sentence. A nominal sentence is a sentence that consists of the subject and the complement without a verb. In English, nominal sentence used to be instead of a verb. The verb to be can be I'm, is, are, were, have, had, been, or be. The use of to be in a nominal sentence will follow the subject and time. For the nominal sentence example, I will explain at the end of the presentation. The last one is a verbal sentence. A verbal sentence is a type of sentence that has a verb as its main element. These sentences are used to express action, event, or states. In English, verbal sentences are very important because they form the basis of many sentence structure used in everyday communication. I will also explain the verbal example sentence at the end of this presentation. Then, there are nominal and verbal sentence formula. The nominal sentence formula is subject plus to be plus a and a. For a is an adjective, for an is a noun, and for a is an adverb. And the verbal sentence formula is subject plus verb as or is plus object. The next slide has 4 examples of nominal sentence. The first one is simple present tense. The simple present tense usually expresses a habit or fact. As we see for this simple present tense formula is subject plus auxiliary verb to be plus complement. Now I have 2 examples of simple present tense. The first example of simple present tense is I'm usually at home only on Sunday. The sentence given is I'm usually at home only on Sunday. The subject is I, auxiliary verb to be I'm, a form of to be used with the subject I. Usually at home only on Sunday, a complement that explains the subject situation. The second example of simple present tense is we are very tired. The subject in this sentence is we, which refers to a group of people including the speaker. Are is a form of the auxiliary verb to be, used for plural subjects such as we, you, they. The complement in this sentence is very tired, which describes the state of subject. Very functions as an adverb that strengthens the adjective tired. The second is the simple past tense. If the past simple is used to describe a habit or fact that you have done in the past but doesn't apply to the present. As we see the second one, there is a simple past tense for the formula is subject plus to be, was, or were plus complement. And I have 1 example of simple past tense. They were unable to visit their grandma this weekend. There includes the subject. This is the subject of the sentence that refers to the people speaking. Where includes the to be, was or were. The word where is the past tense of are and is used because the subject is plural, they. And unable to visit their grandma this weekend are included the complement. The third is the simple future tense. If this future tense describe an event that hasn't happened yet but will happen in the future. As we see the third one, there is simple future tense. For the formula is subject plus will be plus complement attribute. And I have 1 example of simple future tense. He will being a teacher. In this sentence, will is an indication of future time, and being a teacher is an attribute that the subject he will have. There are no active verbs in this sentence, but the emphasis is on status or identity. And the last one is present perfect. The present perfect is used to express a past even up to a present point that has been completed. As we see, the last one, there is present perfect for the formula is subject plus have or has plus past participle. And I have one example of present perfect. She has been a teacher for 5 years. She, this is the subject of the sentence that refers to the third person singular. Has, used for singular subject. She, he, it. Been, this is the third form of the verb to be in this context. Been indicates a state or condition. For 5 years, this phrase describes the time duration of the action or states in the question that he has been a teacher for 5 years. The next slides are for example of verbal sentence. The first one is simple present tense. Simple present tense is used to express habit, common facts, or circumstances that occur regularly. As we saw, for the first one is simple present tense. The simple present tense, the formula is subject plus verb 1 or verb s or as plus object. Now I have one examples of simple present tense. She reads a book every evening. She is the subject in this sentence, which refers to a woman. Reads is the base form of the verb read, to which the suffix s has been added because the subject is the third person singular, she. A book functions as the object of the act of reading. Every morning, every evening indicates the frequency or time the action is performed. The second is the simple present continuous. Simple present continuous is used to express action that are taking place at the time of speaking. As we see the second one, there is simple present continuous for the formula is subject plus am or is or are plus verb ing. And I have one example of simple present continuous. We are watching TV at this moment. We, this is the subject that show who is performing the action. Are, this auxiliary verb is used with plural subject like we. Watching, this is the ing form of the verb watch, which indicates an ongoing action. TV, this is the object of the action being performed, which is watching TV. At this moment, this phrase provides times context showing that the action is happening now. The third is simple past tense. Simple past tense is used to express action that have been completed in the past. As we see, the third one, there is simple past tense for the formula is subject plus verb 2 plus object. And I have one examples of simple past tense. I traveled to Japan last week. This sentence show that subject I traveled goes into verb 2, the second form of travel. To Japan enters into the object. For the last week, it reflects action that have been complete and are not continuing until now. The last one is simple future tense. Simple future tense is used to express action that will happen in the future. As we see, the last one, there is simple future tense for the formula is subject plus will plus base form of the verb. And I have one examples of simple future tense. I will send you a copy of the file. I is the subject indicating who is performing the action. Will is an auxiliary word that indicates the future. Base form of the verb send, which is the basic form of the verb sentence, a copy of the file. This reflects the intention or plan to be carried out. The next slide is notes. As we saw in the previous slides, simple present tense and simple future tense are two. I will explain the difference. The difference between simple present tense, nominal sentence, and verbal sentence is the verb use. Simple present tense verbal sentence uses verbs that show action or inaction. Simple present tense nominal sentence uses the verb be or to be, which describes a state or condition. And the difference between simple future tense nominal sentence and simple future tense verbal sentence is simple future tense nominal sentence use nouns or adjectives that will happen in the future without a clear subject. Simple future tense verbal sentence use verbs that the subject will do in the future. Like 16, there are examples of simple present problems. There are 4 example problems. The first question, what do you usually eat for breakfast? Uses the verb eat, which is an example of simple present to describe a daily habit. The answer, I usually eat cereal, also uses the simple present to describe a daily routine. The second question, do you like reading books? Uses the modal do, which is an example of simple present to describe preference or interest. The answer, yes, I like reading books. Also uses the simple present to describe is a constant interest. Next on slide 17. The third question, how often does your family go on vacation? Uses the verb go, which is an example of the simple present to describe a daily routine activity. The answer, my family goes on vacation every summer. Also uses the simple present to describe an activity that repeats itself every year. The final question, does he play soccer? Uses the modal does, which is an example of the simple present describing an actual situation. The answer, no, she doesn't play soccer. However, her brother plays regularly. Uses the simple present to describe actual situation and daily habits. In this slide, I have an example of a nominal sentence problems. The first question, identify whether the following sentence are nominal sentence or not. 1. She is a doctor. 2. The sky is blue. I will explain whether these two questions are nominal sentence or not. She is a doctor. Nominal sentence. Why nominal sentence? To explain, this sentence states the identity of the subject she, with the predicate is a doctor, which is a nominal form. The sky is blue, not a nominal sentence. Why not a nominal sentence? Because this sentence states the state or nature of the subject, the sky, with the predicate is blue. So it is more accurately called a descriptive sentence. Slide 19. Example question number 2. Are the following sentence nominal sentence? Explain why. I'm a teacher. The answer is yes. The sentence is a nominal sentence because this sentence has the subject I and the predicate teacher. There is no verb that show action, so it meets the criteria of a nominal sentence. In this slide, I will give an example of verbal sentence problems. The first question, make a verbal sentence using the verb study in present continuous tense. The answer is I'm studying for my exams right now. The explanation is in the present continuous tense, we use the form I'm, is, are, followed by a verb with an in ending. In this example, I'm studying indicates that the action of studying is taking place right now. Let's slide 21. Let's question, turn the following sentence into negative form. I enjoy reading books. The answer is I do not enjoy reading books. To turn a positive sentence into a negative one in the simple present tense, we add do not or does not for singular subject before the main verb enjoy. This shows that the subject does not perform the action. The following is an explanation of my presentation entitled Simple Present. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.